E.N.D here. Today we're going to discuss the evolution of masterpieces. The masterpieces are among the most popular cards regarding Magic the Gathering. They are very popular with collectors, they are very popular with players and any Magic the Gathering fan. We're going to see how these cards evolved and also, into my opinion, where these cards are going in the future regarding Magic the Gathering. First of all, we have to go very back. We're going back 11 years, and 11 years ago Wizard of the Coast gave us Zendikar. Zendikar, the first set in the Zendikar block, and the first time that we went on Zendikar. The set was released in September 2009, that's why 11 years ago, and it was a very successful set. Obviously apart from the enemy fetchlands, in these boxes, especially the first edition boxes of Zendikar, Wizard of the Coast have put a priceless treasure. These priceless treasures were cards originally from Beta, Antiquities and Unlimited. These were not reprints, and therefore among these cards, among these priceless treasures, there were also Dual Lands and also Power 9. There is a person that claims that he found also one Black Lotus in these boxes. This is why Zendikar is synonymous with priceless treasure. Let's go now to September 2015, and September 2015 Wizard of the Coast went again on Zendikar. This is the second time that we went on Zendikar. This is the battle for Zendikar, and because Zendikar is synonymous with priceless treasure, for this set they created the masterpieces, or what at that time were called the expeditions. These expeditions were very beautiful lands with a particular card frame. These lands obviously were reprints, not original cards of the print. They were reprint, different, new border, foil. Obviously these we were talking about shock lands, we're talking about fetch lands, we're talking about the most famous lands at that time. All these lands were put in these boxes. There was a drop rate of 1 per case. You can imagine how difficult it was to find these expeditions, and the Battle of Zendikar was a huge success. Until today, and we're talking about February 2020, until today, Battle of Zendikar is the most sold standard set for Wizard of the Coast related to Magic the Gathering. After the success of the original masterpieces, that is the expeditions, we went on Innistrad again, and in Shadows over Innistrad we didn't have any masterpieces. Obviously I don't think that Wizard of the Coast have forecasted that masterpieces, or in this case expeditions, will be so famous, will be so popular. And obviously we know that Wizard of the Coast print sets quite in advance, months in advance, and for Shadow over Innistrad there were no masterpieces, there were no expeditions. Then, seeing the success of the expeditions in Battle of Zendikar, Wizard of the Coast said that they are going to release masterpieces in every set going forward. And for Kaladesh, here is Kaladesh, and for Kaladesh, that is the next set after Shadow over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon, for Kaladesh we had the inventions. The inventions, which in my opinion they are the most beautiful cards out of the masterpieces. They renamed them masterpieces, and for every set they're going to give them a different name. So in this case was masterpieces inventions. Huge success again. Drop rate was the same, 1 in every case. It was very difficult to find these masterpieces. Obviously these inventions were artifacts, and artifacts, they are very popular with EDH players, with modern players. Everyone wanted these new border beautiful cards, and Kaladesh and Ether Revolt was an immediate success. Then, as they said, in every set they're going to release a masterpiece, and came along Amonkhet. Amonkhet was the next set after Kaladesh. There was a lot of hype regarding Amonkhet, regarding a set with the Egyptian team, and in these boxes they put the invocation, the Masterpieces invocation. Unfortunately, and I must say it's an unfortunately, these were not popular. First and foremost, the characters they used in the cards. Unfortunately, the characters they use in the cards, or the font they use in those cards, was very, very difficult to read. Some people claim even that they cannot recognize the card, and I must admit, I'm with them. It was very difficult to read those cards. And unfortunately, Masterpieces became unpopular. Everyone was complaining about those cards, even though I must agree that their border is a very beautiful border. Unfortunately, the font and the characters they use was not readable, and with Amonkhet, Wizard of the Coast, said, we're not going to release more Masterpieces in standard boxes. What happened? It happened that with Ravnica, the Ravnica block, that is Guilds of Ravnica, Ravnica Legions, and War of the Spark, Wizard of the Coast created the mythic boxes. Here is one of the mythic boxes, the War of the Spark in this case. They created the mythic boxes. A huge success with Guilds of Ravnica, a less of a success with Ravnica Legions, and a disaster with War of the Spark. Let me go through the three sets. Guilds of Ravnica was an immediately success. They created Masterpieces. The Masterpieces were Planeswalkers. They gave them new art, they gave them new borders. They put the cards in these boxes, and there was a guarantee that you will find all the 8 Masterpieces in these boxes. Huge success with Guilds of Ravnica. Was so successful that they didn't expect that success. They print less boxes, and what happens? It happens that obviously everyone wanted them. They were sold out immediately, and everyone was complaining because obviously on the second market the price doubled and also tripled for Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Boss. What happened then? Ravnica Legions came along, they gave us a Mythic box, they increased the print run, they reduced the quality, in my opinion, the quality of the Planeswalkers in the set, and what happened? No one wanted those boxes. And those boxes, even on the secondary market, was very difficult to sell them at least for $10 to $20 more. Then, War of the Spark, huge success in my opinion, 36 Planeswalkers. They said, let us do another Mythic box. But this time, we'll tell everyone that there will be a limited print run of 12,000 units, and someone can only buy only 2 boxes. That's okay, but then what they did? They put in these boxes a version of Jace the Mind Scalper. They put in these boxes a Nugen the Spirit Dragon. 2 among the most popular Planeswalkers at that time in Modern. Also obviously EDH Commander. And what happened? It happened that they put these boxes on eBay so that international customers can buy them, because the first 2 sets was not available to international customers. Guilds of Ravnica sure was not available. I'm not sure about Ravnica Legion, but Guilds of Ravnica was not available for international customers. War of the Spark, yes, they put it on eBay, and it was a disaster. It was not a disaster because the set sucks. It was a disaster regarding the logistics of this box. In 6-7 minutes, this box were sold out. They sold 10,000 more than they had print. They cancelled orders. They gave foil sheets as a compensation. It was a disaster for Wizard of the Coast. Even though they sold 12,000 units in 7 minutes, and these boxes were $250 each, plus tax and shipping for whom, like me, lives outside the US. After disaster of the Mythic box, Masterpieces was ended. At this time, we don't have any news if Masterpieces will feature again in any Magic the Gathering set. The only thing that I can say is this: collector booster boxes are dropping in price. I already did a video about collector booster boxes, and don't forget, in a couple of months there will be Zendikar Rising, and because the first original Zendikar set they had the priceless treasures, the second Battle for Zendikar They had the first expedition, the first masterpieces. So in Zendikar Rising, prepare yourself for something big. And I am speculating that in Zendikar Rising, we can see again the masterpieces. You can leave me a comment below. What do you think about the masterpieces? I think they are among the most famous and favorite cards among Magic the Gathering. And here, there's the subscription button. Subscribe for my channel for more and more videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.